G'day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at how you can no item the red zone stage against Golden Cooler. Now I wanted to do kind of an extreme team, an extreme crossover team. Honestly speaking, I'm going to be 100% legit here. The extreme crossover team always feels like a complete afterthought in these Super Dragon Ball Heroes celebrations. And I know obviously these super units are usually the highlights, but like these units just feel, I don't want to say half-baked, but they just feel like they so undercooked. Like when I get a 50% AGL Vegito, he feels really good. Like he feels still really good. When I get a 55% Goku Rose, he feels okay. He feels alright, he feels good, doesn't feel bad, but he doesn't feel crazy. Which, is one of those things. It's just one of those things, basically. But yeah, to be honest, for me, the Extreme team could do with a little bit of extra work. That's all. I just think it could be, like, a little bit better. That being said, it does have some really good units. So for example, Dark Mask King, really exceptional unit. Hearts, really good unit, especially if you have a couple dupes in him. Great floater, great kind of support unit now with the fleshed out team. You've got some really good situational units like Golden Cooler, Golden Final Form Cooler, Golden Metal Cooler. Both of them are really solid. Different kind of units, but Golden Cooler being more of a really solid support unit, whereas Golden Metal Cooler is more of like a incredibly tanky second slot unit, which I think is very impressive. And then like we have some interesting additions to the roster. I think for me, the big thing that I would say about the extreme side comparative to the super side, or at least in comparison to units like AGL Vegito, the extreme side needs dupes more than I feel like the super side does. For example, Goku Rose, really fun unit, nice kit, but because he's relying on guard and just defense, he needs like a dupe. He needs like one or two dupes. Then he looks way better, looks far more impressive. Toa, she needs to evade. She's got to get her evasion off. Dupes help her out tremendously. They really push her. They really enable her to have much higher defense. They enable her to have a much more consistent kit. She's a fantastic support. Like really is a fantastic support. So there's nothing wrong with her. It's just, again, like dupes help her a lot. Then we have Dark King Fu, another really good support unit. Obviously a bit orb dependent, but he's really good. And again, if you have a dupe in him, then all of a sudden his expected level really increases quite high. And he looks really good. Like I said, it's not that they're bad. I think the team is a lot of fun. The team is a lot of fun. It's just that it's like always, like if I got a 55% Rose, I can't actually use him as a first slot tank. He's a great second slot tank, but then I also can't use Golden Metal Cooler as a first slot tank. So I need Janemba, but then Janemba relies a lot on raw defense, so you need like two dupes in Janemba. So either way, you need like dupes in someone to facilitate someone else. With that being said though, the team is a ton of fun. I really enjoy using them. I think they're the kind of team that you just enjoy using. There's a bit of risk involved, of course, in running them, but for me, they just operate at a level that every unit feels very distinct. Like, I know, that Rose, he's going to do his thing. He will take a little bit of damage, but then he's going to put out some pretty big numbers. He's going to do some pretty good damage. He's going to look good. I know with Toa, there's a risk that she won't dodge, but when she does start to dodge, when she does get things going, she's got the healing, she's got the support, she's got a lot going on, which is really good. Same with Dark King Fu. If I can get his orbs, then all of a sudden he's just looking really monstrous. Great support, great to float. Then you have like, okay, Dark Mask King is probably the lowest stakes unit. I would say just kind of stick him in the first slot and let him do his thing. Let him cook in the kitchen, let him put on the chef's hat. But yeah, I think overall, I'd have to say that the team has very nice, distinct builds, and I think that's what makes the Heroes Extreme side of things quite fun. Is that you are kind of I want to say juggling, but you are kind of balancing different units kits. Sometimes, especially when you're running like top teams in the game, it really kind of feels like, this is my unbeatable team that clears all the content, but they all have guard, they all have some kind of damage reduction, they all have strong starter turn defense, they all are really good immediate units that then don't really taper off but don't really also grow. They don't really have set positions, they don't really link up well, but they provide themselves a key. Like, those kind of kits are boring to me, and those kind of teams are boring to me. I like these kind of teams where, yes, okay, I'm running a risk. I know Rose gets supered here, I'm taking a lot of damage, but also Rose isn't going to get supered. Rose is going to pop off, and that's going to let me stick all my other units in the slot where they can also pop off and do their thing. And I think that's the thing. Like, you should have a little bit of risk. It's not to say that there are teams that just curb stomp everything, but there are definitely teams that do it a lot better. But I think the Extreme DB Heroes team is not in a bad place. I just think it's a team where you probably want dupes more than maybe say other teams. A great example is like if I run the Earthbred Fighters team. I only really need Piccolo at 55%, the Power Awakening Piccolo. I only really need World Tournament Goku at 55%. I only really need Int Goku at 55%. So I don't really need dupes in them. Whereas here, I'd say the difference between Hearts that has a dupe and doesn't have a dupe is like night and day. It's like a completely different unit. So yeah, it's definitely something I'd say you should consider, or you have to consider. It's not mandatory, and obviously you don't even have to use this team, you can use any other one, but I find this one to be pretty fun. Now, the Golden Cooler fights aside, and the reason why I'm speaking about the team so much is because the Golden Cooler fight is not anything spectacular. I don't think it's anything crazy. He hits decently hard, he's got 2 phases. He doesn't really do anything wild. There's no gimmick to him. You can't seal him. You can't do anything like that. He doesn't raise his attack and defense permanently. He doesn't do AoE attacks. He doesn't do an AoE super. He doesn't do a countdown super. So there's nothing really to say. But yeah, I think overall, pretty nice stage, I guess. Nothing too wild. Team did really well. Handled everything that went its way. Like I said, it's a bit more of a just kind of a 2-phase, bland kind of event. But at the end of the day, we got the victory done. Nice and simple, and the team handled it pretty well. So I do think it's a nice stage, I just don't think it's the craziest. And the team suits it well, and that it kind of lets it do its thing. But yeah, I think for me, overall, really, really good stuff. Really nice team, good functionality, and yeah. That's basically going to be it from me. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you guys in the next one. So until then, as always, take care, stay safe, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. So yeah, and by the way, this is the second to last one. So yeah, we'll definitely be finishing up all the Dragon Ball Heroes Red Zones, nice and no item, and yeah. But that's it from me. Bye.